Back to part two of the American flag wrap that I'm doing on this custom build. And so really for part two, we're going to really focus on adding what would be the stars portion of the flag and the last of the red and white stripes for the bottom part of the flag, which in this case, of course, is going to be two different colors of blue. So what you can see is I've already started right here. I've already made a run with my silver and blue metallic thread. And so what's different about when you're doing the stars portion is now you want to start from the top of the rod. So when we did those base blue, the blue stripes or your red and white stripes, if you will, we started from the fore end of the rod and we worked towards the tip top. For the stars, we want to start up here towards this tip top and work backwards towards the fore end. So what I did is I made initially two wraps of the thread. And what I want to do is I want to make a total of 14 wraps with the blue and silver thread. So I got two on here. Now what I want to do is come back and again we're going for 14. And notice that I'm on the opposite side now. I'm wrapping from the top towards the bottom of the rod, but my thread patterns are doing the same thing. Oh man, sorry, made a little mistake there. I'll let go of the thread. So you'll see what I'm saying here in a second. All right, so we're going down and notice I'm on the inside or the downside of this rod with the silver and blue thread for my stars. All right, now come back and do it again. All right, so number 4. Now this is going to be my 4th strand. And I want to do that for a total of 14 thread wraps. So I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit so you don't have to watch me do all 14 of these. Okay, so now that I'm done doing the blue and silver wrap, now your rod should look like this. You should have an equal amount of wraps. Should be 14 wraps here with your blue and silver wrap, and then 14 wraps here with my 2 other blues, which would be your red and your white for the stripes on the flag. So this is where you should be at this point. this is what it should look like. So to move to the next step, right now we want to continue with two white stripes, and then red wraps, and then white stripes and red wraps. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to now work the bottom portion of the rod, again, starting from the fore end of the rod. All right, so we started initially on this wrap from the fore end of the rod, which is up back here. We started at the fore end of the rod initially when we started laying down our blue thread. When we started doing our silver and blue thread for the stars, we started working from the tip top end towards the tip top. And then now that we're going to start doing our bottom portion of the flag, we want to come back to the back of the rod. So now what we're going to do, the big thing you want to do is make sure that the next color that you use, the white color, or in this case for me, this blue color, color fast thread, I'm going to come back from here. Now we're going to be coming over the top of what are the stars of the flag. And then we know that the last stripe we have here, or strip, is a blue color on the flag. So now on a metallic blue color of the flag. So now I want to come back underneath it with the color fast thread. So I'm just kind of going around my rod a couple times, get my thread started. I want to come right underneath there. So again, we're doing the bottom portion of the flag. And I just want to remind you guys, I only want one of these flags. This will create, one flag on the top end and a flag on the bottom end. But as a reminder, I want just one of them and the one on the top. And you guys will see why as this build goes on. Right, so I got that one on there nice. All right, I come back here again for the second wrap. All right, now I'm going to take my burnishing tool and I'm just going to come back and make sure I'm dressing up that one part here. As you guys can see, I'm going to zoom in quite a bit there. So I'm trying to dress that up a little bit, right? So you can start to see it start to come to life. Stars, stripes, and then now we're doing the stripes down here on the bottom. All right, so I got that done. I'm going to come back with my metallic thread now. All right. And so what I'm going to do is put a little bit more tape down here. So I have fresh tape to hold this thread when I come back over it. And then we'll do the same down here. All right, so come back here, dress it up, make sure we're good. All right, good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the last bit of the blue wraps down here for the bottom portion of the flag, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I did the rest of the what would be the red and white stripes with the color fast blue and the metallic blue, and so this is where you should be at now. Now you can see it's really starting to take a shape of the flag. You know, if I block this portion out with the burnishing tool, right, you're starting to see the flag. And so now what we're going to do is the next step here would be to frame it in whatever color you would want to do. You know, you can come back in a black if you wanted to. You want to do a black thread, or if you wanted to come back in the same color blue, but not in a color fast blue, right? So you can come back in one of these and still do the same thing. So I'm kind of debating what it is I want to do. I think if I did it the black would make it pop versus the blue. So I think what I will probably end up going with is the blue thread for this one. So yeah, thanks for staying with me. This is going to be the end of the second episode. You know, hey, if you like what I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button down below. And click on the like button as well. Leave a comment down there. Let me know what you think about the rod. Let me know what you think about how that wrap is coming out. Again, I know you see a bunch of, you know, you can see where there's a bunch of spots where this flag can appear, but I think what I'm only interested in right now is up here at the top, just one of the American flags. So we'll see what happens and how the rest of this comes out. All right. So until next week. We'll see you guys later and have a great week. Bye.